Hi and welcome back to another Fallout 76 base build. Now today we are in a cave. Now this is at the very top of the map and it can be quite tricky getting here. It took me quite a while because I ran out of caps. You can see it's very close to the ammunition workbench. So if you're high tier, you want to have a base up here, nice and fun and safe, then this might be the place for you. Now, to note, this is very difficult to build in to get anything really good. This is just a blank canvas because I have been trying for 4 hours and walls will not glitch through any of the rocks. So if you're wanting something super protective, you may have to spend a lot of time tinkering around to try and get something half decent out of this. This is the best that I could do with the time I have because I've got another 2 location builds to do in a short space of time. But you will find it quite difficult. Now, as you can see, I've managed to get some foundations in just to get a second floor and just put the basic stuff in place. Now, this may not be to everyone's taste, however, glitching walls in this area is extremely difficult. Literally had to come back and forward, move foundations continuously to get anything in place. Now, there's also a second entrance to this, which is above, which again is very difficult to get anything properly built in there. So if you are someone who isn't really fond of building and doesn't like messing about, this might not be the best location for you because it will take a lot of tinkering, as I said. But if you like a cool spot, I love caves, I think they're brilliant, especially in survival games, then this might be the one for you. And if you want an ammunitions dump and have a base close to it. Now, as you can see up here, this is the best that I can muster up. I have got a gap because one side is always going to have a wall glitched. It's just, unfortunately, it's the way it's going to be with this base. You can get a lot of foundations in here. You can see the budget of this base is extremely low because you're very limited to what you can make, so you can actually fill this with turrets. Now, I don't think you're going to find a lot of people up this area, so I wouldn't really worry too much about it being overly protected because people aren't really going to muster all the way up here. This is more for the player who just wants to have a nice little decent base, isn't too fond of spending ages putting everything out. This will do for you. If you like really meticulously building your base and have everything laid out, as I said, this might not be the one. So if you do decide to come up here, you might have to spend a bit of time playing around. As I said, this is more of a show you the location. I was sent the location is through Discord. I've been looking for a cave for a while. I've got a couple of other caves which are a lot smaller than this, but when I found this I thought I would try my hardest to see what I can do. So I'll show you exactly how I've done this and what I've managed to do with the foundations. Now, I've left all the lights in place. If you don't know how to get lights to work, you basically put a generator down, put a electrical connector on the wall and just hook up to the wall, then anything in that region will activate a light. Now, as I said, just to demonstrate, you can put a foundation at the front, but you'll see it glitches out as soon as you try and go through the rocks. You can try and use the large defensive walls. Again, you're going to end up with gaps because if any of these rocks touch the actual defensive wall, it will just stop you from placing it. So I can't stress this enough because I know a lot of people like to tinker with these builds. This is a difficult place to build and it's not going to look really good. As simple as that, it's just not going to look fantastic. So guys, I'm going to let this play through as I normally do. We've got 2 more location builds that I've got penciled in at the minute. They're going to come out day after day, working our way up to the next update. And I think the next ones will be a lot better in presentation of how a base can be done. As I said, this is more to show you that the caves actually exist. I knew they existed, but not to this size, which amazed me really. It's something that I really wish to bring more into Fallout because survival games having caves is always a great plus in my opinion. I think they're really good to have. As I said, if you come up here and you do enjoy a lot of building, you're going to have to be very patient with this because you have to glitch things, move things quite a lot. There'll be a lot of stop start. Now the Scorch that are up here are between level 5 and 40, so bear that in mind as well. You do get the occasional super mutants, but I haven't seen any Scorch beasts yet, but there is a fisher site just below, so please bear that in mind as well. So guys, I'll let it play through. You can see exactly how I managed to get everything that I done. Just watch where the foundations are. I will try and stop for a second so you can basically pause to see how I've managed to get them in. And I'll catch you in the next one.
I go la la